Okay, so looks like it's getting started. So as you can tell, I have two cameras going. Let's see what it looks like on here. So I should be able to see myself streaming. It's been a while since I've done it on YouTube. Hey. Should be live here. Looks like I'm live. Can everybody hear me okay? Alright. Alright. So the way I have this set up is that I have a set of comics to sign. I have this wonderful, beautiful looking copy of Viridae. Right here. People who bought it, thanks. This is just, really I'm doing this sign so that you can have a record so that you know that it was really me who signed it. It's just really for collectors, not really for anybody else. But yeah, thanks for backing. Thanks for doing that for us. This would have never been made if it wasn't for you guys. So thanks. And I'll just start signing these because that's really what's important here. I have to do 9 regulars. So let's start. Let's do this one with white. Let's see. 9 of these, so. That's not coming out too clear, so I'm going to use silver. That's better. This is going to be 1 of 9. And I'm going to let that dry. This is going to be 2 of 9, so this is going to be signed the same way. Yeah. Right now I think Will might be watching. If you're watching, yeah, he's right. Lack of advertisements would do that. We've been pretty busy the past few months, so it's been kind of like a thing where we really haven't been able to advertise. And I don't know. That's fine though. I'm letting these dry. This would be 4 of 9. This would be 5 of 9. This would be 6 of 9. And if you're just like dropping in to see it or say hi or whatever, thanks for stopping by. Alright. This is going to be 7 of 9. And I'm just letting these dry because this is oil marker. So like if this doesn't dry, it'll smear and it'll look bad. This would be 8 of 9. And 9 of 9. Okay, so this one is, these are the right ones, so that's mean the right side. The next ones are going to be on the left side. And that will be 10. So somebody got all 10 of those. So these will be on this side. And yeah, so hey, Will. At least one person's here. I have a few people waiting. Who is, I have a few people watching. Oh, well, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Yeah, so this is going to be the left side of the page. There's going to be 10 of these. And this is going to be signed with just... So this is going to be 1 of 10. Let that dry. This is going to be 2 of 10. It would be nice if Camille could have signed these too. That would have been nice. 2 of 10. Three of 10. What's up?
Are you doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can see it. That was my sister asking if I was live right now. Yeah, this is 4 of 10. This is going to be 5 of 10. This is going to be 6 of 10. Actually, it's not streaming already? I thought it was. Some connection. Oh my, I didn't have it public. Holy wow, I didn't have it public. It wasn't public. Oh man. Well, here it is now. So, it should be live already. Are you able to see it, people? Oh, open the door. Are you able to see it? So what happened was that the stream was bad. Yeah, that's the one.
But
Yeah, I know. Alright, so what happened was that the stream was bad. So what happened was that the stream was bad. Yeah, that's the one.
but
Yeah, I know. Alright, so what happened was that the stream was bad. Let me see what happened here. Because it was supposed to send you to the right link, but for some reason YouTube didn't do it. This isn't like Twitch. So what happened was that the stream was bad. This time it didn't do it. Yeah, that's the one.
but
So let me just... Yeah, I know. Details for this one. Alright, so what happened was that the stream was bad. Let me see what happened here. Because it was supposed to send you to the right link, but for some reason YouTube didn't do it. This isn't like Twitch. So what happened? Everybody who stopped by, sorry about that little hiccup. I already signed the right-sided ones. Yeah, that's the one.
but
I mean, yeah, the right-sided ones. I already signed them with silver marker. Details for this one. Alright, so what happened was that the stream was bad. Let me see what happened
PC's
here.
not
'Cause
muted.
it was supposed to send you to the right link, but for some reason YouTube didn't do it. This isn't like Twitch.
So what happened? Everybody who stopped by,
sorry about that little hiccup. I already signed the right-sided ones. Yeah, that's the one.
but
I mean, yeah, the right-sided ones. I already
Yeah,
signed
I know.
them with
Oh, I see
silver
what
marker.
happened.
Details for this. There it goes. Yeah, the stream was bad. Anyways, this is better. I already signed the right-sided ones, as you can see. On 9 of them, you could probably rewind the stream and see it if you're curious about that. I'm sorry about that. Apparently the link was bad. But anyways, I'm going on to 6 of 10 of the black. So let me just go to the analytics here so I can see the stream. So yeah, that was a hiccup. Can you tell it's been a long time since I streamed? It's been a long time since I've streamed. Anyways, this is the 6 of 10 one. Yeah, that's 6 of 10. This is the 7 of 10. Let me put this up here. This is the 8 of 10. This is the 9 of 10. And I think we have one more. After this, we'll have the CPR signs, which was Will's idea, not mine. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that still. And I'll bag them right now after they dry. This is the 10 of 10. Alright. Now the 3 CPR ones, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Any ideas? Yeah, sorry that the link was bad that I gave you. That was unintentional and Kickstarter won't let me change it, so yeah, that sucked. So for those of you who just like logged in, I already signed the ones on the right side, as you can tell. This is what it looks like. They're all numbered so that, because we only have 9 of these, we have 10 of these, and we should have 3 for this one. And I believe Seth is getting a special variant cover, and the print actually looks really nice, if you ask me. It looks really nice. We were worried about it being too dark, but it seems like that was resolved. It looks fine. There's enough contrast. And yeah, as you can tell, it's a really nice print. And for those of you who just like logged in and just watched, we're already working on the second issue. So we're already working on it. It's already written. It's sent off to being illustrated, and we're working on getting that finalized. So we'll see where that goes. I don't know if you heard that, but here we go with my kindergartner crayon version of this signature. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Thanks, Will, for this suggestion. You madman. Yeah, that seems to be working. So 1/3. Two-thirds. Viridae 2 is very much in production. I don't know if you heard that, but it's very much in production. It's already been written. It is off to be illustrated by Camille, thankfully. So those of you who like his art, he's doing the second issue as well. And I just thought about 3 because I just signed 3 of these. Now this one. This one is going to be unique. This is the variant issue. This is for Seth, and this is a 1 of 1. Thank you very much, Seth, for your generous contribution. And yeah, I'm going to sign this one twice for you. It's going to be on this side and on this side. A double signed copy is what we said. So thank you, Seth, for this very much. We'll sign it where it's not red. And it's going to be in blue. Blue is one of the inks that I know collectors love, so I'm doing this one in blue just for you. So, hey Mom, that's my mom. And you'll have it also on this side, just like this. And this will be labeled at the bottom, 1 of 1. And I'll let these dry. I'm gonna go get the boards in the bag so I could board and bag these. I'm used to my camera being right in front of me, not over here. Oh, you're welcome, Seth, but thank you. Alright. I wasn't going to bag and board these on camera, but I'll do it since I messed up the first half of the stream by giving you the wrong link. Alright. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this. And let's see 6 of 10 bagged. I think yours already dried. Yeah, I did. So you should just go straight in. Yep. If you want to see the signing of the first ones, you could probably go back on the YouTube stream. It's going to be archived. I'm never going to delete this video. So, what happened when we were making this comic was that it took forever for me to do the first issue. Because it wasn't going to be a comic when I first started doing it. It was going to be a book, an actual book, like a book. And it was going to be different because it was going to be something like World War Z, where there are different stories told in the book. But I decided, when I was writing it, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it was coming out. And I said this in the behind the scenes, in the making of the deluxe edition. I said that in that one, that it was going to be a book, and I decided not to do that. Well, what happened was that I had told Will about it when we were in college. Like, I think that right after he graduated college, because he graduated before me, I told him about the comic. About the story, and he told me that it'd be great if I made it into, I think he said at first I should make it into a movie. And then I told him I would like to be like a serial, like a TV show type thing. And then he pitched the idea of a comic. And I had no idea what I should do with comics, or I had no idea. Because I used to read them when I was a kid, but I never actually tried writing them because I wrote stories, like short stories. But then I looked into it because I started reading Chew, and I don't know if any of you have read Chew. But the writer of Chew had released like a special edition of one of the issues, and he showed how he did the script. And I saw the script, and it reminded me of like high school scripts where you would just write like the name of a character, and then you would, after you write the name, you would write, what they would say and some minor direction. And comic scripts are very similar. So I learned how to do a comic script by doing that and reading them. I practiced a little bit on my own. And then I thought about how to write the first issue, how to introduce you to the concept. And that's how this got born, this issue. Because it originally started very different. And I started it like this. And the inspiration for the way that I started it is actually a book called The Hot Zone. And I owe a lot to that book in learning about the virus, because it's, you may have seen the TV show, but the book taught me a lot about the virus, about the way that it works. So yeah, that was the main research for it, among a lot of weird stuff that I read over the years. Anyways, I wrote the first issue, and Will loved it for some reason. He really wanted to. He started pushing me to do it. He kept bugging me about it, not in a bad way. He just kept bugging me, and it was pretty good. And so I ended up writing the first issue, just as we see it, like here. And I believe I opened up with, for those of you who have read it, I believe that I had this idea, and we did this, of showing the bus clean, a little more messed up, and then destroyed. And that was kind of like my template for it, for how I should do it. And yeah, that was like how we wrote. That was how I wrote it. But I owe a lot to Will and to Joe for helping me actually edit down the first issue to make it more concise, because there are some things that need to be fixed, aside from my very horrible grammar, because I can't grammar good. And yeah, I blame my old job for that. But we started writing it, and we thought of the way that we should do the cover. And originally I wanted to we wanted to get somebody else to do the lettering, but we eventually did it ourselves. Me and Will, we collaborated on it, and to be honest, I'm impressed with the way it came out. I was surprised that we found Camille because we had some issues finding artists, and if you've read the behind the scenes, the making of, and the deluxe edition, you'll see that we went through some artists, and it's not that the artists were bad; they're all talented. It's that I had a specific vision, like I had an idea of what I wanted to see, and it's really hard to find somebody when you can't draw, and you're looking for an artist. It's really hard to find somebody who has that art style in your head. And as I said, all those artists that we got were talented. It's just they weren't what I was looking for. And I actually saved their contact info because maybe we can do covers with them in the future. Because I really like their art styles. It's just for what I wanted, they didn't really fit. And that's normal. You're always going to find that whenever you're collaborating. You're going to have to find what fits with whatever style you're doing. And so when we found Camille, it was amazing because I saw his art, and I'm a huge fan of Templesmith, of Ben Templesmith. So I was glad that we were able to get him because Camille is very similar to Templesmith. He has that, I don't know, like that surreal, messy look that just works. Like when you see it, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, you are. He has like that look where it kind of looks real, but it looks drawn, but it doesn't look like your classic comic book style. It looks more like I don't know, like art with words on it. I don't know. I can't really describe it, but I like it. I love it. And I'm really, really glad we're able to get him to do the second issue with us, because he's awesome. And let's see, I have to bag import the rest of these. And yeah, I wrote an outline I have a template for the whole series already planned out, so it's going to be a series. It's not just this one issue. There's going to be multiples, and it's going to be a continuing story. Because originally it was going to be vignettes, and now it's not. It's something different, something better. And just this past year, we did this, well, in 2020, because 2020 was one insane year. We were able to get this going, and I actually kind of chalked that up to 2020 itself, because it was relevant at the time, even though I had thought about it before. Half the things in the comic that I had thought of, the story, I thought they would be like fiction. And as it turns out, we're living in that, what I thought was fiction. The wearing masks all the time, that's just weird to me. At least kids now get to learn from home. I wish I could have done that. Let me see this one. Let me redo this bag. This bag doesn't look too good. I don't know why. That bag didn't look too good. And I don't know, can y'all hear me fine? I'm using my mic, which is in front of me. Yeah, and I promised my mom one of my copies, so I'm going to give my mom one of the copies that I have. Because I have a big thing where it always worried me that artists never got to have their own copies of their art. And I remember telling Will that I wanted at least a couple copies for myself, so I'm going to give my parents one or two. And Yeah. I'm super happy with it. I'm proud of how this came out. It was a learning process in many ways, and I learned a lot from doing this first issue. And I believe I improved on with the second one, with how I'm writing it, with how I wrote it. And this looks like... Oh, that's on the outside. Okay. And yeah, when I was younger I would write short stories. I would never write anything really too long, so I'm seeing this as a selection of short stories that I'm making into one long story. So you'll see what I mean by that as you read it. I would like each issue to stand on its own. Okay, now for the covers, this is interesting. Where is the first issue? Where is the variant that I signed? I'm going to show you something about the covers. The covers were interesting. Because as you can tell, this is the way the cover looks. This is the design of it. The logo was supposed to be something else. I had another idea in mind, but I just couldn't do it. I just could not... I had the vision in my head, but I just couldn't physically put it down. And so we went with this block lettering style, which we dubbed the Waffle House style. I don't know why, but that's what it was called. And I like this font, actually. We bought the license for it, and it's a nice font. It goes with it. It fits, because it looks like that spray paint style. But the thing is that the idea for this one was that it was going to be... I wanted the cover to be similar to what the art was on the inside, because I wanted that what you see was what you're going to get. And so I wanted it to give you a hint of what was going to happen at the end. So when I wrote the idea for the cover, or the concept for the cover, I wanted it to reflect what was going on towards the end of the issue, so that you'll think, well, how do we get from the beginning to this part? You know, kind of like a thing like that. Well, that's nice. And that's how that came out, is that I said, well, what about we have a CDC agent with the flamethrower. Originally it was going to be lit, but Camille drew it where it was not on. It has like a little pilot light in it, and a streak of blood like they were dragging something away. Even though it's not really like that, you can kind of like imagine that this is a street or he's inside of there. I really like the way it came out, and this is the only piece of art that was physically hand drawn by the artist. I believe it was Seth who bought it. I can't remember who bought the cover. I have to look at the report again. But the person who bought the physical printing of the cover, I'm actually kind of envious of you. But that's okay, because it came out looking really nice. I was impressed with it, to be honest. I was like, because he was all like, I can do the whole art in digital style, because what happened was when COVID hit, Camille said that there was a supply shortage, so he decided, okay, well, someone else bought it. Whoever bought it, I'm envious of you. I'm not too sure who bought it. I can't remember right now. I was looking at the backer report too, and my mind went blank. But anyways, yeah, he wanted the art to be he wanted to do the whole thing with physical drawings, but there was a supply shortage and Camille couldn't do that. So he asked us if it was okay to do just the cover, draw out the cover like physically on paper or on canvas, and then to do the rest of the art digital. And I was okay with it, because he showed a sample of what he did digitally, and I believe it was this page. It was one of the test pages that we had given him, and he did an excellent job. So I was like, just you keep doing it in digital. That's fine with me. And so he started to do the issue in digital, and he drew this physically, and we just overlaid the logo on top, or the lettering on top. And for this one, we needed a logo for the series, and I couldn't think of one. And so Will tossed me a bunch of ideas, and this one stuck out at me. And we just kind of fixed it a little bit. We made the horns look more even, and we put this blood splatter on there. Think of it like vomit. We put it on there like that, and it came out looking nice. And so the shirts have this logo on them, and that's gonna be the logo for now. I believe that will be the logo, like, permanently for it, unless we decide to change something somewhere. But I highly doubt I'm gonna do that, because it looks nice for me. And for this part, because we were just gonna leave it without the logo there, but I wanted to kind of like highlight that this was part of the series, so I just said just put that on there. And it goes with it. It looks fine. It doesn't look too bad. And I believe this is the last one I have to bag on board. And Will told me that this was inspired by, I don't know if how many of you, well, you're all comic readers, you've all seen Watchmen. I'm assuming you've seen Watchmen. The smiley face with the blood, yeah. So if you don't see the inspiration there with the yellow and the black, I'll be surprised. But yeah. And so it looks like I have one. I'm going to sort these out. These are the rights. So the rights were signed with silver. The lefts were signed with black. And this one was signed in blue. So let's see. Oh yeah, and the CPR one, the bizarre one, the crayon lettering. That's what I'm gonna call it. The kindergarten one was signed in black. That one is. These are the messiest because they're the way they were signed, and these are in the middle. These are 3 of 3. And for the variant cover, if you're curious what this is, it's a skull, horns, and a hazmat symbol, like the skull and crossbones, and then a hazmat symbol. And I believe Will sent me a version of it, and I tweaked it just a little bit. I tweaked it just a tiny, tiny bit. And I don't know if he used those tweaks, but I like the way it came out. And the masks, so you can see what they look like. Because I'm not sure if you got a picture of them, or if the picture was clear enough for these masks, but they came out a lot better than I thought they would. Like a lot nicer. You got an upgrade because there was some supply shortage on their end. But they have a long, so you could wrap them around. Let me see if you can see this. They have like this long thing on them, like a long string, so you can wrap it around your head easier. So these are really nice. They're soft and they're nice. So yeah. Okay, now about issue 2. You're probably wondering, because I haven't really said much, but I'm going to talk a little bit about issue 2. Issue 2 is going to pick up where issue 1 left off. So if you know where that one is, it's going to pick up there. If you remember how it ended, I'm going to briefly go over each of the characters and how they are, and you'll see where the story's going after that. And issue 2 is going to lead into issue 3 too as well. I mean, it's going to be one continuous story. And how can I say how it's going to be? story's kind of gonna be covering different characters, so you'll be going over that, because this one focused kind of like on introducing the characters. The next one's gonna dive into them just a little bit, and you're gonna slowly learn about their, how they're acting, who they are, their characteristics, all that good stuff. So if you like the first issue, I'm pretty sure you'll like the second one, because it's just gonna be more, and then the third's gonna be crazy, because I have that one planned already. So I'm not gonna announce that. That's only gonna be here for you to hear about, that I'm working on the third one myself. So for sure that the second is in production. So there we are. And some preview images are gonna come out soon. That's when we get those finalized. And if you stayed to watch this signing, thanks. And if there's anything anybody wants to ask me, you can ask me and I'll answer it. I have my chat open right here so I can see what you're saying. And I have, yeah. So thanks for stopping by and watching. And I'll get these shipped out ASAP. We're gonna be shipping these out over the course of the month. Hopefully they get to you soon. I've heard that USPS has been slow, but I hope they're not like that with us. And stay safe, everybody. Yeah, I was hoping that the link would have worked the first time, because it didn't work. And when Will told me, I was like, what's going on? What happened? So yeah, it kind of worried me when he told me that it wasn't live yet, when I had been streaming already for like 9 minutes. I was like, what's going on? So as it turns out, the link that YouTube gave me was the wrong link, and I gave you the wrong link because of that, because apparently every time that you start a stream on YouTube, it gives you a new video link. And I didn't know that, because I've only streamed on Twitch, and you always have the same link, which is your address. So yeah. But anyways, one other thing. If you're on Spotify and you find the playlist, keep an eye on it. I'll be adding music to it. As each issue comes out, I'll be adding like 2 or 3 songs to it. And another thing that I'm working on is music for the comic myself, because I'm a musician, so I'm working on music for it. And it's instrumental stuff. None of it has lyrics, so I would keep an eye out for that too. And for that, the names of the songs will be bugs, like different types of bugs. And because get it, Ebola's a bug. Never mind, that's something else. But just keep an eye on that. So that's something I just started working on, with music for it. So just keep an eye on that. And I believe that's all the announcements. The signing, issue 2. We're gonna launch that soon. We're gonna show you the art for it. I'm trying to think of what else. The Spotify list. Shipping these out, showing you the masks, which are actually really nice masks. And let me think of what else you might need to know about it. If you like this, I can do another signing for the second issue when it comes out. We can do that. And so, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I want to thank you for stopping by if you did. And I hope you enjoy the comic. I hope you enjoy what you've seen so far. And I know you're going to love the second one. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.